Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is Garrett Fankhauser. I am back to drop you a hell of a video today. So I hope you guys are excited for this one. This one I've been wanting to put out for a long time, but I wanted to make sure that I had all of the systems before this built out so you guys could kind of work your way up through the SEO ladder to getting to a point where we can start talking about backlinks, right? So this is going to be more of an advanced SEO technique. But before we get into that, if you guys are watching this on YouTube, make sure to check out the description. Make sure that you are a part of the Facebook group. If you're watching this in the Facebook group, look for the same name on YouTube, right? Marketing Hacks for FFL Dealers and Gunsmiths. We do have a YouTube channel. We do put this content on there so you can listen to it with your screen off and things like that, right? Cool. Now that that's out of the way. So this one's going to be pretty cool for you guys. It's basically like a mini course where I'm going to kind of explain backlinks, how they work, and I'm going to show you a couple really cool tools that you can use to make sure that, one, the backlinks that you do have are good, and two, kind of give you some ideas on how you can acquire more backlinks for your business. So we will start with this here. So here's your website, right? This is your website, and I'm going to zoom out a little bit so you can see how irrelevant your website is, right? It's literally just sitting here in the middle of nowhere. It's not going to let me zoom out anymore because I can't click it. Your website is just in the middle of nowhere, right? Nobody can find it. Think of this as like you build a brick and mortar store and it's in the middle of fucking nowhere. It's in the middle of the desert. There's no roads that go by you. That is your website, right? Many of us think that once we have a website, like it's just magically going to do well. We're going to, make thousands of dollars every day. So how do we get people to we need Google to understand that your website, one, is important, and then for it to place your website in front of people that are looking for things that you have to sell, services you offer, that type of stuff, right? So let's talk about backlinks, right? So up here, we'll do backlinks, and I got to make this way bigger, right? Cool. So we're going to talk about backlinks in this video. This is your website. So what a backlink is let's go to the shape tool here, and let's just do Facebook right here, and let's copy this, and let's do Yelp, right? I hate Yelp, but it's a good example, right? Let's do Instagram. Okay, we're gonna copy this again. We're gonna do Twitter. And there's hundreds and hundreds of these different ones, but these are ones that I'm doing because you guys know these, right? Whether you use Twitter or not, you guys know about it, right? Same thing with Instagram. Obviously, most of you guys use Facebook, and then Yelp, right? So the whole point is, what we want to do is we want to have a situation where websites like Instagram. Let me make this huge if I can. Let's see. I think it's right here. There we go. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Cool. So we want to basically have Instagram pointing to our website, right? And I'll teach you guys how to do that. Same thing with Facebook, right? The goal here is that the more of these systems or these tools or these businesses or however you want to classify each of these, basically the more of these websites, right, that can't grab this, the more that point at our website, the more important our website then becomes, right? Google is looking at this and it's like, okay, cool. So there's thousands of different websites that are talking about your website. Your website must be pretty important. I'll explain what I mean by talking about and all this stuff as we go. But I want you guys to grasp this concept that the more attention that your website gets from other websites, the more important your website then becomes. And I'll show you what happens, right? We're using Palmetto as an example. You guys all know Palmetto. We know it's a huge fucking business. These guys kill it. They get 811,000 visits from Google every month. 811,000 visits just from Google, right? So this is not like from, them running ads in like forums. This is not from Facebook. Like, this is a lot of money that they have that just show up, right? They're ranked for a ton of keywords. So here, let's go over to backlinks, right? They have 755,762 mentions online, right? So all these arrows, there's 755,000 of these arrows pointing at one location. Pretty important at that point, right? This is a lot of arrows that are pointing to this one location. What that does is, one, it builds up your backlinks, but two, it also helps to build up domain authority, right? So domain authority is basically a scale of how important that URL is, right? And the URL being palmettostatearmory.com / whatever, all the other stuff that, comes behind it as you build out all these pages. Cool. So if you guys grasp that concept, we can then say, cool, the more backlinks that we have, as long as they're not from like spam sites, like porn and gambling and all this other bullshit like people do, the more important your website then becomes, and the higher likelihood that your website is then going to be ranked ahead of your competitors. Okay? So let's say that you had all the same stuff, but you had domain authority 52. Like, you had the same item in the same SKU, and literally you copied their whole website, but your domain authority was 52 and theirs was 55. They're going to rank above you. At the same token, if you have 10 backlinks and they have 755,000, they are going to rank above you. So I hope you guys get this concept that the more backlinks that you have and the better quality those backlinks are, the better your website is going to do in search rankings. And when I say quality, what I mean is that if I were to do like Facebook in here, Facebook's domain authority is like a 99. Yelp and all of these ones, these are really high domain authorities. So to explain that, if your cousin Jed owns a landscaping business and they point to your page, that's not going to be as important as like Facebook pointing to your page, right? Because Facebook has a higher domain authority. Your cousin Jed's domain authority is probably like a 3, right? So with that being said, I think you guys will most likely grasp this concept that more is better with this stuff, right? More keywords that you rank for, more organic monthly traffic, more domain authority, and more backlinks are always good unless those backlinks are to like spam websites, right? The other thing is that you want to make sure that you don't have broken links, right? So what a broken link is let's say that I linked to a page on your website and from my business, and either my business, that page that I had linked, or your page that was linked, something changed, right? The URL changed, or that page was deleted. That's a broken link, right? So that then becomes a bad link, and it becomes something that you want to get rid of. Okay, so we can actually use this tool. This is free, Ahrefs. Okay, ahrefs.com. And when you come here, if you just go here, the easiest way to find this is just scroll to the very bottom and then go to broken link checker right here. Totally free. Put your domain in here. Leave it on subdomains and then click check broken links. Click I'm not a robot. Go through their BS thing. Okay, cool. So if we look right here, Palmetto actually has broken links that their SEO team should then go in here and fix, right? There's actually 56 broken links. And then there's 23,007. So this is 56 that they have on their own website that they should fix. And then there's 23,700 that they should actually be reaching out to people and contacting them, right? You're not going to be able to do all of that. But if you have a good SEO team, you're going to be able to reach out to a lot of these important ones. You actually want to focus on the more important websites versus like your cousin Jed's landscaping business, right? And you actually want to tell them, hey, I noticed that you have a link to our site and it's actually a broken link. Here's the correct link. Can you go ahead and fix this, right? So this is showing the top 10 broken outbound links and the top 10 broken inbound links, right? So let's look at the inbound. Huffington Post, right? This would be something, look at domain ranking or domain rating right here. This is the same as domain authority, 92. So this is an important one, right? They're high. Remember, Palmetto's is only a 55. So Huffington Post has more domain authority. So this is an important link. This is one where our SEO team would want to reach out to Huffington Post and say, hey, you have this link right here to our site. And it's actually incorrect, right? It goes to a 404 not found, right? So this is a bad link. Here is the correct link for your article, right? Gunbot.net, this is a 30. I mean, you can do it if you have time or whatever, right? 54. You're going to see a lot of these ones, right? So these are like Labor Day sales, and even on the inbound one, some of these were I thought I saw in here. Maybe it was on that inbound. But yeah, I mean, some of this stuff, right? Labor Day sale, like that happens once a year, and then when it's done, it becomes a broken link at that point, right? But there are things that you can do to fix this. So a page that's a 404 not found, what you would actually want to do is this right here. And you would want to set up a 301 redirect. You would want to say that anybody that clicked on this link or typed in this link would actually just get 301 redirected back to our home page, right? Because we don't have a Labor Day sale going on right now because it's not Labor Day. So this is a really cool tool that you can use to check your site. If you have a really tiny site, you most likely don't have a lot of broken links or anything. But if you have a bigger site and you've been doing a little bit of SEO work, or you've been around long enough for other people to link to you, you might have some broken links, and this is something that you definitely want to fix. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. Again, what you want to do is you want to focus on building high quality backlinks. So one of the services that we offer for our clients is we actually have a link building system. And what we do is there's a couple different types of links, right? So you have generic links, which would be, let's use Yelp, for example. That's just a general link. That link is, it's just basic, right? Everybody can have a Yelp. It's not specific to any niche industry. Okay. The second type is there's actually niche backlinks. So niche backlinks are pretty cool because niche backlinks would be if you have a gun site. Imagine if Palmetto, right, they're domain authority 55. Imagine if they were linking to your site, right? 55 isn't huge, but imagine if GOA or the NRA or something like that. I don't know the domain rating or domain authority, right? The two ways that you can say that: domain authority, domain rating. I don't know what their ranking is, but I would assume that the NRA is probably really high. Whether you like them or not, it's irrelevant, right? But if they were to link to your site, that would be a really, really strong link that would build some power and authority on your page, right? So what I do recommend is that you take advantage of signing up or doing whatever that you can do for a lot of these different types of things. One good local example is if you are a member of your local Chamber of Commerce. Generally, your local Chamber of Commerces have a pretty high domain authority or a domain ranking because they're a government entity, right? They're a .gov website. With that being said, if you're a member, make sure that you have a link on your site that goes to the Chamber of Commerce. You know, you can put a logo that says, you know, hey, we're a part of our local Chamber of Commerce. But on the other end, you also want to make sure that they have a link to your website, right? So Yelp, Twitter, Instagram, all this type of stuff is really good to have. Local stuff is really, really good, right? You want to have big things like the local Chamber of Commerce and things like that link to you. Even other local businesses that link to you. So you have generic. There's actually three types, right? We have generic, we have local, and then we have niche, right? And so local can be either. It can be generic or niche. That's why I didn't bring it up earlier. But niche would be, again, going back to having something like the NRA linking to your website. That would be a niche link because it's in the same niche industry as you, and people that are looking to buy a computer are not going to find your business on an NRA website, if that makes sense, right? They're going to find your business on the NRA website because you're a gun dealer, or you have a range, or you're a gunsmith, or whatever, right? So hopefully this makes sense. This is going to wrap this up for today. But your goal would be to build as many backlinks as possible. And I'm going to throw in a quick bonus for you here. A lot of these backlinks actually come from Facebook or Instagram or whatever, right? So if you look right here, Palmetto has 124,000 backlinks that it's showing right here. So this is total, right? This is total for their whole domain. PalmettoStateArmory.com, right? So that URL has 124,190 total. There's going to be a bunch of ones that go to like AR10 and /guns/shotguns or whatever. So those are going to count in this overall total up here, right? But this naked URL right here, which is the primary domain, has 124,190, okay? 11,000 of those are on Facebook. 88 total are on Pinterest. Reddit looks like there's none, which is really interesting. But if you were to dig into this more, you would be able to find out that a lot of these come from Facebook and things like that. So how do you get more backlinks from Facebook? Super simple. Put your URL in your posts. Your name, your address, and your phone number, if possible, as well, right? I've covered that in another video. If you don't want to put your address, that's fine. Put the name of your business, your phone number, and your URL in literally all of your posts. It's going to do two things. One, it's going to help Google determine that it's the right business, right? It's matching everything up, and it's saying Palmetto State Armory, this address, this phone number, this URL, like we're 100% sure that it's the exact same thing. It's the exact match. Two, though, when people see your posts, they might call you. They might visit your website. They might buy something from you, right? So think about that, right? You're doing it for two reasons. Anything that we do online, we are always doing for two separate reasons, okay? Those two reasons are, one is for robots. It's for computers. It's for the computers to read and understand and to help the algorithm understand that you have an important business and that you want to be at the top. The other thing is always for people, right? So when we create content, we want to make sure that it's good for people to read, that it's exciting, that it makes sense, that we're using like simple language that everybody can understand. But two, we also want to make sure that the robots are seeing the keywords that they want to see in the specific patterns that they want to see, along with the links and the URLs and everything else that's set up in an optimized system, systematized way that's going to increase your relevance online, which comes back to here, relevance, right? These arrows pointing there means you are relevant, which then increases all of this stuff up here. Okay, that's the end of our little mini masterclass today. I know I've been on the road a lot. It's been hard for me to put out content, but I wanted to come in here and just knock one out of the fucking park for you guys, because this is so important. And I know that many of you guys are at a point where you feel like you need to do something a little more advanced than what you're doing as far as your SEO goes. This is it. SEO is literally about creating content that people jive with and building links. Like those are the biggest things, right? The more relevant you are, the more important your business is online, the higher you're going to rank. You're going to outrank your competitors. When you outrank your competitors, people are going to shop with you if you have a dope website. If you don't have a dope website, or you don't know how to do this shit, and even when I cover it, you're still confused, and you're already doing 5 to 20K a month, and you want to push that business to 30, 50, 60, 100K a month, hit me up. That is literally what we do. All this stuff that I'm teaching you guys, my goal here, and this is full transparency, I have nothing to hide from you guys. My goal here is to build you guys up to get to a level by yourselves where you're able to like cash flow heavy, You're able to build up your marketing systems. You're able to acquire clients. You're able to get those clients to come back. And then my goal is to get you to then come work with me so I can shoot you guys to the moon. We can get you to 60K a month. We can get you to 100K a month. We can get you to 200K a month. Okay? It's 100% possible. We've done it before. We've done it with dozens of clients. This is literally all that we do. Cool? Awesome. I appreciate all of you guys so fucking much. And I have some more good stuff coming for you. So just please hang in there. Do not bail out on me. I got tons and tons of content that's really going to get you guys to where you want to go. Cool. Catch you guys soon. Bye.